When the ranger enters the woods, the prey begins to fear. The silent stalk, the secret kill, the shot they'll never hear. Tonight we ride with a liquid fire to hunt across this land. Tonight we ride with a liquid fire from mountain to grassland.
Hey guys, Liquid Fire here. Thanks for joining me again tonight. So we are continuing on with the Hunter Chronicles, and we have moved on to what I'm going to call ultra hard mode, which it's going to be ultra hard for me. I don't know, maybe other people think it's easy, but I am taking the ranger hunting to the next level by using only the bear takedown, just the free ammo. The bear takedown, no rifles, no crossbows or compounds or anything else. No collars, just the takedown and my 2 binoculars. So we got the 10x and we've got the night vision. So we're starting, it's like 9 in the morning here. So we're starting early in the morning and we're just going to not sleep any. So we'll be doing some night hunting for sure. There's no chance I'll get through all of these critters in one day. I did turn the wind on. So, yeah, call me a cheat if you want. But I turned the wind on. Simply because I don't shoot the takedown enough to feel confident that I can just judge the wind. When I look at this, I can't tell how fast the wind's blowing. So I turned the wind on. If I shot it all the time, maybe I would have a better idea of what the wind looks like. I mean, I know I can look at it and tell between like 5 and 15. Yeah, okay, that stands out. But between 5 and 10, I can't tell the difference. And the holds seem to be pretty significantly different. So I went ahead and turned the wind on. I did turn off my compass, which I hate. God, I hate it. I miss my compass. I look at it all the time when I'm navigating, and it just feels so wrong to have it gone. I'm not happy with that. But that's part of it, so we're going to deal with it. We've got our deer down here. I was kind of hoping these guys wouldn't be here and the pheasants would be, because I'd like to have a little bit of a practice shot, but we're going to go straight after deer, I guess. I did practice. I went to the range and I worked on my landmarks. So when I have the bow here, I can look. Well, I'm trying to point it with the mouse, but you know, I have landmarks that I use on the frame so that I know where to aim. You probably noticed I just zeroed to 60, so I don't really know. And hang on, let me stop. I'm flanking these guys because of the wind, so I'm going to go down to the right and come in on them. But I don't know how I started it, but when I first started using the takedown, I zeroed it to 60. And I think it was so I could see more of the animals at a longer range, because when you're using hunter sense, you know, it doesn't matter. But when I started learning my holds, I had it zeroed at 60. So when I went to the range, my holds were all funky, and then I realized I had to zero it back to 60, and well, apparently that's just the way I've learned it. So now every time I use it, I'm going to have to zero it to 60. If I were smart, I would have found the landmark at, you know, say 20 yards or something, and then changed it to 30, 40, 50, and changed my zero and kept the same landmark. But I learned it the other way, so I'm just going to stick with what I'm kind of comfortable with, I guess, and see how that works. So we'll see. Either way, we need to get down here to these deer. I did leave the ranging on in the binoculars so I could tell how far I needed to, well, how far I needed to hold up or down or whatever. So I'd know my ranges. I think if you did a lot of bow hunting, you could probably use the same type of landmarks to judge your distance. So, you know, if a deer's between point A and point B, you have a good idea of how far away they are, like the old cheap rangefinders used to do, or like the if you think about the old golf rangefinders where it used the flag height to figure out the yardage. The old rangefinders did this, the cheap ones anyway, did the same thing with deer. So you would hold it over the deer and find your yardage based on where the middle of the deer was, or the back of the deer was, rather. It wasn't the... Oh, we do have pheasants. Unfortunately, they're right over here next to the deer. Those weren't exactly the best rangefinders. So we're going to use our digital rangefinder here and try to kill some stuff with this takedown. I've killed several things with the takedown in the past, but it's always been in hunter mode. Ooh, came in a little hot. We'll just stop here. I don't feel comfortable taking a 90-yard shot. Just go ahead and lay down, let them relax. 70 I feel pretty good with. The wind at 70, that makes me a little iffy. If the wind were in my face, 70 doesn't bother me so much. Gotta fiddle around with the wind a little bit, or with the takedown a little bit to get comfortable with that kind of wind. At that range, I should say. It's just not a weapon that I use a lot. This guy's gonna walk in fairly close, maybe. Alright, that may be our target there. If we get around 50 or 60, we'll take a shot at you. This guy's staring me down. You guys are not alert, just relax. I'd like to be a little closer than 60 for the first shot. Let's see if we can get to 50 before he moves. Uh-oh. Looks like we're taking a 53-yard shot because they're going to wander off if I'm not careful. He's a little closer now. Alright, we stuck him. I don't think we stuck him good, though. I don't think we stuck him good. No, we certainly did not. Alright. That's okay. That's the first shot. Let's go up here and find us a pheasant. Get us something down. Or at least try to. I should have rearranged him. That's what I'm trying to say. Instead of guessing where I needed to hold. And I may have been left or right, who knows. Alright. Let's sneak up here a little closer, see if we can find a male. Oh, hell. We're about to touch her. I might be real close. They're right here on this hill. Jeez. Where's the male at? I just want a male. Ah. Yo, suckers. There's a couple males. Alright, where are you going to go? You're going to fly again, but... Alright. We see where you're going. We'll go down here and shoot at one of y'all. I had a feeling I'd spook them on the backside of the hill like that, being so close to them. But we were definitely not making ultra hard mode look easy. Alright, so there's us a couple birds. So we're at about 30 yards. We've got a 4.2 mile or meter per second wind. I can't hardly see my bird. Gonna have to move. Alright, we got eyes on you. What's your range? 22. So that should be about there. Then we'll add in a little bit of wind. There we go. Let's see if we did decently with where we hit him at. We were still a little high. Alright. 63% 2-star mature. Alright. Well, we've got our first animal down anyway, so let me mark pheasants off of my list. That's actually what I was hoping to do, was to get a pheasant in as a warm-up. Probably should have tried from a little further away. You need to be able to hit a pheasant from a bit of a range if you're going to be able to hit a deer in the vitals. Alright, let's head on down the creek here. What time is it? It's 9:42, so we don't have anything in drink zones yet. Let's see if we can find these badgers over here maybe. While we're working our way down for the deer. And it's entirely possible that I regret trying to do this hard mode part. I've used the, like I said, I've used the takedown before. I got pretty decent with it for a while. But I never really used it a ton. And certainly not for every species in the game. But I don't remember having any issues taking anything down. But most of the time, I had hunter sense up. I did go hunter sense off for a while, and that's how I kind of learned my holds the first time around. Alright, we got a fox up here somewhere. That'll be a good one to take out. I can absolutely tell you before I even go any further, this is going to be much harder than just using my rifles. There's no doubt about it. The question is it going to be more fun for me? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Generally, if I'm using sticks to kill stuff, I'm using the apex. So, a little more range. The bigger thing isn't even the range so much as the lack of a scope. So I can't see very well. You know, unless you're really close, it's kind of tough to see very well. And that's, I mean, that's just the way it is. That's not anything wrong. I have no idea where that fox is. And I'm not going to try to go back in there to find him if I don't see him. I'll end up doing a spooking him. The bad thing for me right now is I just finished up the easy mode. We got a fox over here too. I just finished up the easy mode. I'm sure it's the same fox actually. I just didn't think about where he would be. And I was really wanting to get done, so I was rushing and going fast. And now I'm having to really fight the urge to go quickly and get back into slower mode, and truthfully I need to be even slower than I normally am. So I think these first couple hunts especially, I'm probably going to struggle with spooking stuff just by coming in too hot. Well, we got our badger down here too. Alright, where are you at, fox? Oh, that's a good way to spook him right there. So yeah, I fully expect to have some extra struggle. Oh, he's over this edge. Hopefully he's on the far side. The badger's probably down here in the water. I don't hear him yet. But I fully expect to have some struggles with spooks here in the beginning. Oh, wait a minute. Right there we go. We're at 44 meters. Let's see if we can get to 40. Alright. Have to hold a little to the left. Oh no, stay up there. Stay up there. Well, that's not the shot I want to take. That's going to be the shot I have to take. So the wind is blowing to the right. Well, we hit him, but I don't know if we dropped it. So we're going to leave him alone and sneak over this way and see if our badger's down here somewhere. Then we'll go check on the fox. I don't hear the badger. Don't see any badgers. He's over here somewhere. I assume we spooked him when we shot, just ran off. Alright, let's go see if we dropped our fox. Oh yeah, we did. Alright, good. Oh, wait. We got a badger. Right there he is. Oh, what are you doing? 37. Alright. We have to rush this. Oh, we hit him. Oh, well, I think we... No, we didn't stop him. Unless he falls over dead over there. I don't see any blood on the bank. I really rushed that. I was afraid he was going to take off again. Kind of glad I was able to hit him, though. Unfortunately, I don't know if I killed him. But let's go see how this ended with the fox. Looks like it was instant. Wow. Through the tail. Alright. Took out the lung. So... And that's the thing with the bows. I mean, you've got plenty of energy, plenty of penetration. That was a female. Alright, so we've got a fox. Let me mark my list here, so it's going so slow I'll forget. We've got a fox and a pheasant done. And we hit the badger here. We'll have to go look and see if we actually killed him or not. That that looks sad for him, but does not look like it's a critical shot. So we just buzzed him. Alright. So we shall continue on. What time? It's 10:19, so deer shouldn't be down in here yet. I don't know where the badger went. I'm not going to go try to chase him up through there. We do need to make sure we get an American badger here, because it's the only place they are. Same thing with the Ross's goose, the bighorn mule deer, and the western moose. Oh, we got deer over this way. I just heard him call. Oh, we got multiple herds. Our badger, right there he is. Where did he go? There he is. I don't want to try to shoot one on the run though. And he stopped in the bush or turned up into the woods, one of the two. I'm fine taking a 60-yard shot at him. Or whatever. If he stands still, we'll give it a whirl. He's even closer now. Alright, so we're at 40. Seriously? We stuck you again and it didn't kill you? Oh, did you just go over there and die? That's not you. I don't know. I saw him go over that way and then never saw him again. Let's go see if he's down in the water. If not, we'll go up there and chase this guy around. I really expected one shot to be the end if you touched him. I'm just paying attention to where this badger is up here on the right. As I kind of go over here to look for this one to see if he's actually dead. Don't see you. Where are you at? Alright, let's see if we see this guy. Oh, well, there he is. So we're a little back where he was going forward. But yeah, we got the flesh kill. 1 star, 69% now. Not a great shot, but you know, it's good enough. So, sure is done. Alright. So we must have shot her first and not killed her and then got him. So we're going to leave her be, let her live. And we're going to head back on to our deer now. I feel a little more comfortable with my shooting. Now the big difference is getting into range. Getting into range. Probably need to practice more on the wind, to be honest. I'm not the greatest with the takedown, so I wish we had lighted knocks. That would make things so much better. Being able to tell where you actually shoot at, because in real life you can tell where your arrow goes. In here, I can't see the arrow for crap. Like, legitimately, I have no idea where it's going. I just can't see it. I don't know if it's my eyes or just the way it is, but I have no idea where it goes once I shoot. What range we got here? So we're still like 150 out. See, normally I would just be like, hey, this is perfect, lay down here, have a nice prone shot, take these guys out and move on. Yeah, we're 3 times further away than we need to be. To make my life a little easier, we're just going to throw that red marker down just to make it a little easier to figure out my yardage as I'm sneaking my way in. That way I don't have to keep checking with the binos. I'll be using them here in just a minute. So those are all does. There's our buck. Sure, a couple more of these guys back here are bucks. Still a little further than I want to be. I can honestly say I've never hunted standing in the water like this in real life. This would be something new. I'd like to get another 20 yards closer at least. Just have to... Well, you know what? I guess if I do these guys... Because splashing through the water definitely doesn't... Wow. Where are you going, guy? Splashing through the water doesn't make a lot of noise. Alright, so we're at 60 yards, meters, whatever. Oh, of course, you old devils. Yeah, look at me like that. You stand still, we'll take that shot. Did we get a good shot on him or not? It doesn't appear so. I don't know what I hit. Yeah, that's unfortunate. But the worst problem is I'm not sure if I was high, low, forward, back. Should I turn and go to you guys? Oh, we've got deer everywhere. I know this guy didn't go down. I don't know where these guys are. They could be in these trees over here. We could have some right over the edge. Let's just go ahead and keep going this way. Yeah, we don't need you, Fox. I felt like that was a good shot. I'm definitely going to have to look in the video and see if I can tell where I missed at. But I thought I held well. I may be holding too much. Maybe not holding enough. I don't know. We'll find out before long. We've got deer close over here, which I have no chance at doing anything with. I have no idea where they're at. They could be down the bottom. I know they're very close because I can hear them. They haven't alerted, so that's a good sign. I apologize if I get quiet when I'm doing this. I'm actually really focused. I'm rarely this focused whenever I'm hunting with my rifle. I'm gonna be right on top of these guys if they're down over this hill. I think they are. I'm not going to be able to go forward to them, I don't think. Alright, so we've got some over here, but those are not the ones we're listening to. We've got some just over this hill. Sounds like they're getting antsy. Maybe not. This is really a bad situation here to try to come over the edge on these guys. I don't hear any alert calls, so... I guess that's a good sign. We are really doing the slow stalk on these guys. I mean, we're right on top of them. Can't believe I can't see him. Oh, that was low and back. I thought it was like 10 yards. Oh no. That was just a bad decision. Yeah. Alright, so that's kind of what I was talking about, having to do this a bit to get my distances right so I can judge things. That's the type of shot I need to be able to eyeball and judge. And I did not do a good job. So what are you guys up to? Yeah, I know you're kind of alerted. Uh-oh, that's a Melanistic over there. Y'all are wandering off too far away. I don't know how well this is going to work, but we'll see if we can get in on them. I'd like to take her out. Normally I would be going for the guys, but a Melanistic trumps a Mel, so if we can take her, that's what we'll do. We're just going to have to wait for these guys to calm down the rest of the way and then sneak in and see if we can get her. But we're going to have to chill for a minute. Alright, so as soon as he turns, we'll start working our way over. Oh, no. What are y'all doing? They're going to stay in super inspect mode. We're not going to be able to get over there. I just don't even know how far I would need to hold for 100 yards. I know where to hold for 100 yards. But with the wind, I'm not sure how far I'd have to hold left. I don't think we're going to be able to approach these guys. They're watching me like a hawk. This is probably a futile attempt. I mean, we know they're not truly alerted anymore. They're in that aware state or whatever you want to call it. So we'll get behind these trees, break things up, sneak our way in. I can hear him walking, so we're okay for now. They're still very, very aware. If I had a broadside shot at her at 70, I'd probably go ahead and take it. She would stay still. She's not going to. What's that range? 63. Boy, if this doesn't end poorly for me, I'll be shocked. Should we go ahead and just... No, she's coming around. 60 yards. If she'll stay still long enough for me to get the shot. Did we get her? Oh, I think we got her. I think we got her. Yeah, we got her. Alright. That's good. I'll finally be able to see where I hit something. Let's go down here and pick her up. I'd intended on going for males, but when a Melanistic, a rare shows up, yeah, of course we're going to go after that. So it looks like we actually made the right shot. We got lots of blood. We get some pink, so we know what we got going on. And we're going to ignore everything else until we go pick her up. Melanistic and Ranger ultra hard mode. I'm happy with that. I've made some struggles. We've made shots that didn't work out. But this one did. Now we gotta do is go find the little girl and put her on the wall. We got more pheasants around here somewhere. Hang on, how far did she go? I'm not going to take you out. Spitting down a lot of blood. You'd think she would... There she is. There she is. We spooked the deer again, but that's alright. Let's see if we can get a decent picture. Let's see if we... Yeah, if I can turn that way. For a little short range. Alright, let's improve that a little bit. Must have the bloom turned way up. Yeah, let's get that killed. Alright. Wow, that was a really good shot. 61 yards, double lung, had 4 miles per hour of wind blowing. We held well, just ran a long ways. But our little melanistic mule deer wraps up the mule deer. So that's one of the ones we had to get done here. Alright, so we've got a pheasant, a badger, a fox, and a mule deer. We still have to get the Ross's goose, oh, I'm dreading that, bighorn, and western moose. And we've also made some shots that were not terminal. So that's been bad. So there were some whitetail around here somewhere. May have spooked them off. Let's go up over the hill here and see if we can see anything. That may be them right there. What I don't understand, if I held that shot pretty much the same way I held the others at 60 yards, why was that such a good shot in the middle of the lungs? What was the difference? I don't know what I did different. Once we get over here, there's be more mule deer. Let me clear out these markers. So I'm not hating the stalk so much. It is very slow. I definitely prefer using the apex, but for now, at least it feels kind of novel to be trying to get so close. We'll see. Our speed is definitely way down. The number of kills per hour. Way, way, way down. And this is the easy part. Alright, let's see if we can figure out where these guys are at up here. I don't want to walk straight in on them because of the wind. I want to come into the side. Alright. Just look down this way and make sure. Alright, they should be over here somewhere. There they are. Got anything exciting going on? No. And again, I don't care what we take out. Young, adult, big, small. Not trying to be fancy about it, just trying to get it done. So if we can pull this off, we'll probably stop the hunt here. It's been 50 minutes or so already. Oh. That's the one that'll get you. The one that's away from them all that you don't see. Well, that would be a good one to take out right there. He is not very high fit looking. Just gotta make sure she didn't pick me up. Bad thing is my wind is going to start getting to her way before these guys. Alright, she's turned. I wish she'd have went. Ah, she got my wind. Well, maybe not. Maybe they all just decided to move at the same time. What in the world? I assumed that she picked up my wind. Because she's right there on the edge of it. She's a problem. Well, that works. You run on away. I wish it'd get a little closer, to be honest. Oh, crap. We'll just chill here for a minute. Of course, it's a female coming in. I was hoping we had a guy coming in to inspect me. We'd have tried to take him out. Alright. So we're good again. I wish I felt comfortable with a longer shot. But right now I just don't feel comfortable with much over 60 yet. We're taking this shot now though. I think I may be holding too high for a few yards more. Maybe this is a better shot than I thought, but he was running away with his head up pretty high. No, that looks pretty... That looks good. That looks real good. He's gonna go down. Alright. Perfect. I thought maybe I was too high. Oh, right there he is. Alright. That's a good way to end this hunt. So we had some struggles, that's for sure. Let's see where we hit him. Yeah, I was a little high. It looks like he was already taking off. Just looking at the body. I wonder if that's what's happening. Maybe they're, when they're alert, they're taking off a little quicker on me. I may have to keep that in mind. But we did everything we needed here. We were a little high, so I didn't have to hold up as much as I did. 40%. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So great little coal. And, you know, we definitely just ripped through him. No concerns there. But he definitely did that little squat to take off, so... Anyway. We have to watch a little bit and see what they do. But... Oh, did I taxidermy the Melanistic or sell her? I think I sold her, didn't I? Taxidermy assist. I freaking sold her. Son of a gun. Well, shoot. Oh well. Now we got another deer over here. Alright guys, that's it. We're wrapped up for tonight. So we managed to take out the pheasant, the American badger, the red fox, the mule deer, and finally the whitetail. Even though I didn't taxidermy the ranger bear takedown melanistic, but oh well, that's alright. So pheasants, American badger, fox, and the 2 deer. So we got 5 deer, or 5 animals in the first hour. That's honestly better than I expected. I think when I look at my total kills and hours played, I'm at about like 2 an hour. But I do a lot of other stuff that's not just hunting, so that's not too surprising. But yeah, I'm happy with 5. That's a good start. I don't know where we'll go next. We do have to get the moose and the goose. So I guess we'll head up to the northeast and try to knock at least those 2 out. The rest of them doesn't really matter. If we can find a wild duck and a lesser scalp that we can get a shot on, then we'll definitely take them. If we happen to run into the bear up there, we'll try the bear. But yeah, we got a lot of work to do. But 5, that's not too bad. Not too bad. It's not great. Oh, these guys have already come back in. Alright guys, that's it. We're done. Y'all have a good night. God bless, and happy hunting.